Hey guys, we wanted to talk to you a little bit about the breathing seminar that we have coming up here in a few weeks. We're going to be approaching the breathing from a little bit of a different perspective, maybe than some of the things you've been exposed to in the past. Where we're not going to just be talking about breathing from a standpoint of how much oxygen can you get into your lungs and into your system, but we're actually looking at it from also how does the breathing affect your mental emotional state as you are being active, and how we use the breathing and activity to achieve a different state, as we talk about, like being like aware, being in fight, possibly being even, hopefully not being in flight or even in freeze, but how we can use the two of those together to affect where you are on that spectrum. And so we're going to be talking about how you can use the breathing while you're in the midst of activity. That could be sport, it could be day-to-day life, but how do you use that breathing to maintain the state that you need for the activity that you're in? So sometimes you might need to have a state that's a little more aggressive, and other times you might need to be able, no, I have to be very focused and very aware of what's happening around me. So depending on the sport, that can vary a bit, but how do you use the breathing to maintain that?
And then that ties into your everyday life. How can you breathe to handle things that have happened to you better, to calm down from them, to not just be a victim to what's happening to you, but be able to actually actively take control of what's been going on and use it to calm your body and your mind down.
Yeah. And then from there, we'll also be talking about how to be proactive, so preparing for what's coming next. So how that would affect, obviously in sports or also in day-to-day life, you know the task that's coming up. How do you use the breathing and possibly movement along with that breathing to help you be prepared to be in the right state to give the best performance that you can, the best performance you're capable of for what's coming next. And then on the opposite end of that too, of once that's happened and you need to now focus on recovering, of actually dealing with the fallout, if you will, or the stress that's happened from something that has previously happened, and now you've got to deal with the consequences of that. How do you use the breathing with that as well to actually start to dial it back, to start to be able to recover, or again, get yourself into a place where you can prepare for doing it again, possibly in a short period of time.
So while that's obviously going to really help with sports and activities, things like that, you can see how that would be so helpful. It's also really helpful, again, in your everyday life. So preparing for something that's coming up, such as like speaking in public. Most of us know that you get a lot of nerves with something like that. So how can you prepare yourself to do that to the best of your abilities without being held back by your nerves? Maybe a stressful situation such as in-laws coming to have dinner with you or spend a holiday with you, or picking your kids up in the school pickup line. How can you be in a sort of like a fight state without losing your mental capabilities? So we're going to go through all of those things in this workshop.
Yeah, basically how to get your breathing to work for you depending on the situation. So you're not fighting against it, it's actually working along with you to help you achieve what you need to achieve that you've got coming up. So take a look at the link, depending on where you're watching this. If it's on YouTube, the link will be in the description. If it's on Instagram or other social media, the link will be in the bio for more information and to be able to sign up and take a look at that. And yeah, we hope to see you guys there. It's the first time we're presenting this in a workshop format. We're using it a lot with our personal training clients and with our classes. So now we're presenting
with ourselves.
And with ourselves, yes. Using it all the time for ourselves. But this is the first time we're doing a workshop format, which is really good for like coaches, people that want to take that information back and be able to apply it to maybe people that they're working with. So, but also very much also you can use it just for yourself as well. So again, take a look at that link and sign up on the website, and we hope to see you guys there.